everyone. This week we will be reading the story of Frog and Toad. Our reading buddy for this week is going to be Frog. Are you excited, Frog?
Yes, I am, Miss Hudak.
I think we're ready to go. Now, before we start reading our wonderful story, I have a few questions. Do you know what a morning person is? The short story we will be reading today about Frog and Toad is called Spring. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer. "Toad, Toad!" shouted Frog. "Wake up! It's spring!" "Bleh!" said a voice from the inside the house. "Toad, Toad!" cried Frog. "The sun is shining! The snow is melting! Wake up!"
I am not here, said the voice.
Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. "Toad, where are you?" called Frog.
"Go away,"
said the voice from the corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. He had pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of bed and pushed him out the house and onto the porch. Toad blinked at the bright light.
"Help," said Toad. "I cannot see anything."
Which one of the characters do you think is a morning person? Frog or Toad? That's right. Frog is the morning person. Now back to our story.
"Don't be silly," said Frog. "What you see is the clear warm light of April, and it means that we can begin a whole new year together. Think of it," said Frog. "We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim through the river, and in the evenings we will sit right here on this front porch and count the stars."
"You can count them, Frog," said Toad. "I will be too tired. I am going back to bed." Toad went back into the house. He got into bed and pulled the covers over his head again.
"But Toad," cried Frog, "you will miss all the fun."
"Listen, Frog," said Toad. "How long have I been asleep?"
"You've been asleep since November," said Frog.
"Well then," said Toad, "a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about 1/2 May. Good night, Frog." Now, do you think Toad is being a good friend?
"But Toad," said Frog, "I will be lonely until then."
Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page, and the January page, and the February page, and the March page. He came to the April page. Frog tore off the April page too. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed.
"Toad, Toad, wake up! It's May now!"
"What?" said Toad. "Can it be May so soon?"
"Yes," said Frog. "Look at your calendar."
Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top.
"Why, it is May,"
said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. Do you think Frog's plan was smart? Now, thank you everyone for listening to the story of Frog and Toad. Next week, we'll read the next wonderful story in the Frog and Toad Are Friends book. Now, Frog, did you have an awesome time?
"Yes, I did. I loved reading my story."
Thanks for watching. Bye.